Everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing another Shop My Stash. And I'm going to be starting this video talking about all the products that I pulled out 2 weeks ago in my last Shop My Stash. And then we will go into my collection and pull out new items. So, first of all, we're going to go through all of the items that I had in my little box right here, as well as the eyeshadow palettes, which didn't fit in my box because my box was way too full. So that is one thing that I will tell you that I learned in these last 2 weeks. The first time I did Shop My Stash, I had filmed it a month in advance or 3 weeks in advance, something like that, 3 or 4 weeks in advance. So I would have a little bit more time to get into the rhythm of wearing makeup every day and getting used to that. I had more time. So when I had the products in there, I had more time to try them out. This being only 2 weeks, I did not have enough time to try out all these products. So I'm going to go through everything, let you know what I tried out, what I didn't, and where I stand on some of these things. And then we'll go into my stash and shop my stash. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the eyeshadows first because they're just easy, handy right here. I will say that I was also using product for my Project Pan. So if you're curious as to what I have in my Project Pan, I will try to remember to link that most recent update video down in the description bar down below. But I do use those as well. So let's go ahead and start with these two from Maybelline, the Gigi Hadid two little palettes. I actually got these from TJ Maxx. This one doesn't have a sticker on. This one still does. I paid $4.99 for each of these. I reached into this one actually quite a bit because what I was doing, if I wasn't using my Project Pan palette, I would dip into this cream color to set my eyeshadow primer. And sometimes I would use this cool toned brown as my transition shade. I did not use any of the other shades in here during these last 2 weeks, but I did use these two actually quite a bit. And then this little palette I've only reached into one time during this period. I reached into this shimmer shade right here, and it's actually what's on my lids right now on the inner portion of my lid. The rest of this I just didn't use this time around. So moving on, I had two palettes from Dose of Colors. I had the Friendcation palette from Desi X Katie and the Snow Angels palette from Dose of Colors as well. This is actually what I have on my lids today, the Snow Angels palette. So I used the pale shade from this Gigi Hadid palette. Then I went into this shade in my crease. I have the light blue all over my lid, the dark blue on my outer corner and on my under lashes, and then the shimmer over top of the light blue on my lid. This is nice. It's an all matte palette. I definitely can't get a full look out of this just with the shades that are in here, but it's definitely a good companion palette for especially if you want to use color. The Friendcation palette, I love this palette. I really do. I was going to film a Get Ready With Me for Valentine's Day, and honestly, I just ran out of time. But I was planning on using this palette, which is why I had it in my Shop My Stash this period, because I use this at Christmas time for my Christmas look. And as far as I was concerned, using a lot of the red tones and so forth, the golds, would look really nice for Valentine's Day as well as Christmas time. So that's why I had this in here, because I was going to use it for that video, and I just honestly didn't have time to get that video filmed, and it just didn't work out. So maybe next time. All right. I had two more palettes in here on top of my Project Pan palette, which, yeah. I had the Nubian 2, which I had not used before this week, and I like this palette a lot. I like this palette a lot. This is what it looks like real quick. I think this palette is beautiful. It's not a palette that I can use on its own. So this is one of those palettes when I would use it. I would dug into the Gigi Hadid or the Project Pan palette. It's beautiful. It works really, really well. It is so pigmented. It doesn't take much to get even the shimmer shades. Like a lot of products, a lot of shimmer shades, you need to use a finger or a wet brush. You don't, for at least my experience with this palette, you don't need to do that. It just goes on super pigmented with a regular shader brush. And then I have my mini Nubian palette, and I would oftentimes pair this with the Nubian 2 palette. And that is what it looks like. I actually used this just by itself one day. I'm sorry, I also used the cream shade. I'm not sure which other palette I used the cream shade from, but then I used this as my sole palette for a look one day when I was just going for something a little bit more neutral. All right. that is all the eyeshadows that I used. I did, other than the Gigi Hadid palettes, I was able to use the 2 Dose of Colors and the 2 Juvia's Place palettes pretty well actually this period, but I think it's too many. I think it's too many. My goal, I already have my Project Pan palette, and I think today what I'm going to try to do is only pull out 2, maybe 3 more palettes. We'll see. All right, let's start with lip products because those are the closest ones here. I have my Jeffree Star in Gemini. I only wore this once. I like the Jeffree Star formula a lot actually, so I would definitely put that in again, but I only wore it once. This Catrice Cosmetics Vitamin Lip Treatment is just a tinted gloss. I really like this as well. Actually, I think of all of these lip products, this is the one I wore the most during the last 2 weeks. And then what I have on today is my Dose of Colors in Messy Bun. This is just a gloss as well. I do enjoy this a lot. So there's that. And then I tried out these 2, these are new to me, these L'Oreal Paris lips. These are Calorie Shine. I have it in 908 Sparkling Rose and 924 Enamel Red. I did use both of these. I had a little bit of problems with the red, that it just wanted to migrate everywhere, and I had to dig out a lip liner to try to stop that because it really wanted to travel everywhere. But they're very creamy, they're very comfortable, and the formula is fantastic. Definitely just have to wear the lip liner with the red. All right, I pulled out 3 concealers this week. I don't know why. Well, I kept one from last week, or the last period, which was the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, because I had not had an opportunity to use it during the last period, and I was concerned that it wouldn't be my right shade. I actually have it on today. It looks okay. When I swatch it on my hand, it shows up really, really pink. When I put it on my eyes, it doesn't look as pink at all. So it does work on my eyes. I was just really worried that it would not. Is this my favorite concealer? No. No. You have to click it too many times. I gave myself a very good try at this. I tried it many times during the last 2 weeks. My biggest problem is that you click it, nothing comes out. You click it again, nothing comes out. You click it, you click it, you click it. By the time it starts coming out, it then ends up like everywhere. So, yeah. But it's okay. I will probably use it up at some point. You can see there how much I have. Well, I hope you can see there how much I have used. So it's not bad. I also have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I got to use this a couple of times and I do really enjoy this. It's probably a hair dark, like literally just a hair dark. But I do enjoy it, and I will definitely continue to use it. And then I also pulled in the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I didn't use this at all. I just didn't have enough time to use this, as well as the concealer that I already have in my Project Pan. So I ended up with 4 concealers during this 2-week period. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, foundations. I had 3 foundations plus my Project Pan foundations, which I have 2 in there. I only used one of the Project Pan foundations. The other one I didn't use at all during this period. And to be honest with you, I used this one most of all. This is the Hello Happy from Benefit. The reason why is because I wanted to use it up. I used it, I think, 4 times, and I still probably have 1 more use in here. But this I'm going to keep this one in here because, like I said, I think I have like 1 more use, and then that will be used up. I had the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. I enjoy this foundation a lot, but I just found out literally this week that this is going away. They came out with a new foundation, Tarte Face Tape, I think is what they called it. Instead of Shape Tape, Face Tape, or Tape Face, something like that. And they said that they were pulling both of their Shape Tape hydrating and mattifying off of the shelves. This I like though. And then I have the Candid Photo Ready from Revlon. Honestly, I didn't like this when I did my first impression. I still don't like it. I have it on today. I've literally had this on for like an hour and a half, and it is all cracked up along my chin. Luckily, you guys are like 1.5 feet away and can't see it, but I just don't like that foundation. It just does not work well with my skin. Okay, so for primer, I had the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Quench Hydrating Primer. I used this up. This is empty. It's going to go in my empties box. I also had the Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer. I actually really enjoy this. Do I think it's as pore filling as some other other primers? No, but does it do its job for a drugstore foundation or drugstore primer? I keep saying foundation, sorry. But as a drugstore primer, yeah, it does its job. It does what it says it's going to do. It does pore filling. Actually, it says pore reducing. And I would say that. It's not pore filling. It's more of a pore reducing. Like if I put it on my nose, it's not it doesn't completely make them disappear, but it definitely smooths them out. So I do like this. This is the first time I was using that. So I do like that. Mascaras. I'm going to talk about that because I just pulled this out of my like empty box that I have sitting over here. It's an It Superhero. This one I tried to use, it was completely dried out. So that's no good. The other It Superhero one that I have in here, I actually have it on today underneath one of my other mascaras. I'm just going to put this in my empties as well. The reason why is because this flakes like the dickens. When I wear it, I end up with like little black dots all over my cheeks. So this is going to go in the empties as well just because it flakes on me. Other mascaras. The Marc Jacobs is hanging in there. I'm probably going to pull it out of this box and put it back in my collection for now. But I actually like this a lot better now than I used to. It used to be a really, really wet formula, and I don't really like wet mascaras because it does have a tendency to transfer. I do have really long eyelashes, and it does have a tendency to transfer if a mascara is too wet. And this is one of those. So I actually really like it now because it's dried out a little bit. It's not totally dried out, but it's dried out enough that it actually works really well on my lashes. My Benefit Roller Lash is my favorite. I actually have it on over that It Cosmetics right now. And then the Big Bad Gal Bang, which is another one of my favorites. I really like Benefit mascaras, I guess. There's a couple other ones that I haven't tried. Of the Benefit mascaras, these are the only two that I've tried, and I like both of them for different reasons. The Bad Gal Bang actually makes my lashes a lot more volumized versus the Roller Lash really makes them like, it makes it volumized, but it also makes it like lengthen and curl as well. So I prefer the Roller Lash because I'm not so much about like super volume lashes, and it gives it enough volume to make me happy, but I do like both of them. All right, I had two powders in my box this month, or this week. The Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm actually starting to make a dent in there. I think I might leave this in here as an under eye powder because I am really enjoying it. So I think I'm going to leave that in my box this week. And then I had the Laura Mercier Loose Powder. I like this powder. Don't really have much else to say. I like it. All right, I had two bronzers, and I have a bronzer in my project pan. I don't know why I pulled out two, but Butter Bronzer is one of my favorites. This is in the shade Bronzer. It's just the original bronzer shade. It's one of my favorites. I am actually starting to make a dent in here, which I did not have beforehand, so I'm happy about that. And then the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. I was struggling with this a little bit because I was having a trouble getting any product out. So I don't know. I'll keep trying that. Not this week. I am going to put it back in my collection and I'll get a different one out. All right. I did only pull one blush, and that is the Becca Mineral Blush in Flower Child. I actually use this quite a bit. I do enjoy it. It's just a shimmery blush, which I don't normally go towards. I normally lean towards a matte blush, but I do like that one. I have two highlighters in here from Pixie and from Physicians Formula. I got two drugstore highlighters this week. I have this one, the Glowy Powder in London Luster from Pixie, on my cheeks today. I really like this because it makes it just a nice sheen on my cheeks, and I love it. It's a discontinued product. They don't carry it anymore, but I love it. And then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in Iridescent. I like this as well, but it does like tint purple, so I don't always wear that. So I do like it, but it tints purple. All right, for my brows, I actually had three products in here. The one that I have in my brows today is the It Brow Power Pencil. I like it. It's in the shade Taupe, which is probably a little bit dark for my brows, but it's okay. I have the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in medium brown. I only wore that I think once. And then I have this Mally in, what is this? Taupe. It's got a powder and a cream. I actually really enjoyed this. I only wore it once though because I had to dig out a brush and then I had to use the brush, and it was just a little bit more effort, I guess, than the pencil. So I only used it once. I did like it, but I only used it once because of the fact that it was more effort. I had two eyeliners. My Kat Von D tattoo liner. I love this stuff. I've had it in my collection forever. It's not dried out yet. It doesn't cause me any problems. I'm going to keep it in my collection, just not in here. And then I have this one from Clinique. It is their quick liner for eyes in the shade Intense Black Honey. I am going to... I'd use this, I think, once maybe or twice. I do like it. I do like Clinique eyeliners. I like their liner products. I had lip liner that I really like too. But it worked out okay. I think I only used it once as well. Not because it was bad or anything, just because I didn't use a lot of liners in the last couple of weeks. I had this First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy in Fair Medium. I only used this a couple times. I always forget to put this on. And I feel like I need to put this on before I put on my foundation, and I just never remember to do that. So even in my collection or in my Shop My Stash, I just never remember to put it on. I had a setting spray in here from Milani. I had the Milani Make It Last, which I did move over to my Project Pan if you didn't watch my Project Pan video, so I don't have it here. I will probably pan it in the next month, actually finish the whole thing up. So I do have my MAC Fix Plus as well I've been using, as well as the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. And I like both of these too. I like both these too. And I think that's everything that was in Shop My Stash this week. I'm pretty sure that's everything that was in Shop My Stash this week, because I'm looking around, there's nothing more here. So we're going to go ahead over to my drawers and pick out some new products. All right. All right, everybody. So here are the boxes that are on top of my dresser. These here are the Project Pan products that I am still using. And then this is my Shop My Stash or makeup box that I'm going to be putting all my products into. And like I said, I'm keeping the Charlotte Tilbury powder and the Hello Happy foundation. And I'm also going to be adding in here 2 more foundations. For this week, I'm going to be adding in the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear and the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. So those 2 are going to be living in this box as well, because those are the ones that I just did my first impressions on the last couple of weeks, and I'll be including them now in this makeup bag. All right, so let's go ahead and move into my drawers. I'm going to open the first one here, and actually down here on the floor is a box of items that I just showed you all in my haul video last week. So those are new in, and I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. If you were ever wondering what else is on my floor back here, I just a box for a tripod, and then a box for a pencil sharpener, because you know, who doesn't have that in their beauty room, and then just some other stuff, like there's some Halloween stuff back in the other bags, and that is like cotton balls and stuff. So just in case inquiring minds wanted to know. All right, so this is my first drawer. It's got my concealers, my powders, my primers, and my eye primers in here. I am not going to pull out another eye primer because I have one that I am really trying to work on during my Project Pan, so I'm not going to pull out another eye primer, so those are going to stay back there. But I will pull out other primers and powders. I'm not going to pull out my Tatcha. That's the one that I use every time I do a foundation review, so that just kind of like lives on the top of my drawer. Looking down in here at my other primers, I think I want to do a video on these 2 primers and then that new one I just got from Maybelline. I think what I'm going to do, I want to stick to some of these primers down here. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to pull my Smashbox Primerizer sample that I have here out of my drawer and use that one. And let's see. I'm looking for like a hydrating primer. I think the Primerizer is actually a hydrating primer. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the NYX one out. I wasn't necessarily going to pull this one out, but yeah, let's go ahead with that. I'm going to pull the NYX one and then the Smashbox Primerizer primers out. Okay, powder. I got powders down in here and then up here. Actually, I bought this recently and I haven't tried it yet. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. So let me pull that one, and then I think I'm also going to pull my Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder. So I'll pull the loose and the pressed and see if I can see a difference in those 2. As far as concealers go, what I think I'm actually going to do, I didn't leave it in the box, but I think I'm going to leave the NARS primer in here, and then I'm going to pull in this one as well, this Bare Minerals Bare Skin. So I'm going to go with those 2 concealers. Did I say concealers for the NARS? I'm going to go with those 2 concealers. All right, so we're done with this drawer. We can go ahead and close this one. open up the next one. This is mascaras and brow products and eyeliners. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and let's go ahead and pull in the Caution mascara from Hourglass. And let's see. I just have so many mascaras open right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull in, let's go ahead and pull the Milk Makeup one as well. So the Milk Makeup Kush mascara as well as the Hourglass mascara. Those two were really hyped recently, and I'll go ahead. I got them both in boxes, and I'll go ahead and put those in there. All right, eyeliners. I don't feel like I need a lot in the way of eyeliners. Let's see. I think what I might do is just pull this one. I can't remember if I liked it or not. Oh no, that has glitter in it. I'm not pulling that one, sorry. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Perversion. It's the black color. I'm gonna pull that in, and I'm gonna pull in this Cover FX one, which is just like a cream color as well. And then let's see if I want a liquid liner. I'm gonna pull this one in because I don't remember liking this, so I might just declutter it. This is from NYX. Well, maybe, wait, I might be confusing this with something else. Hold on. Oh no, that one actually is pretty good. Let me try this one out. I might really enjoy this because it says super skinny and it actually is super skinny. So I might actually really enjoy that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one. Moving on to brow products. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in this CoverGirl one because I'm gonna start trying out CoverGirl products for a video that I'm gonna do in March. So I'm gonna pull that one in, and then, I'm gonna pull in this e.l.f. one as well. It's in the shade, well, you can't see that. It's in the shade Taupe. So I'm going to pull the e.l.f. one in as well. So I'm going to use the CoverGirl and the e.l.f. one. So, all right, we'll start there from this drawer. This is an eyeshadow drawer. This actually has a lot of my eyeshadows that I've gotten in beauty boxes, as well as liquid eyeshadows and single eyeshadows. If you guys would like to see me do an eyeshadow collection, which is something that I've been considering doing, is just doing a full collection, not a declutter, but a collection. And if you guys see anything you'd like me to give a try or take into my Shop My Stash, let me know and I will do that. I think what I might do is, I think it's in here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull my Tartelette Toasted in because I have yet to even use this. So I'm gonna pull this in, and we'll put those back over there. I just love eyeshadows. I love them. I'm not going to pull any singles or liquid eyeshadows out. I'm also going to come down here to this box, and several of you guys said try out the Physicians Formula butter eyeshadows, so I'm going to pull this one in as well. And I think this is the only thing that I'm going to pull in from my new box. All right, moving on down to here. This is my bronzer, blushes, and highlighters. Let's start over here. So these are like my face palettes. I'm gonna pull in my Fiona Styles. This is a contour palette. I really enjoy this. I'm gonna pull this in. And I'm gonna pull my Marc Jacobs bronzer in. So I'll have a bronzer and a contour. And then for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. This is from Benefit. It's the shade Dandelion. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one in. Maybe I'll pull the Japanesque one in as well. So that one's a pretty pink. Yeah, I'll pull that one in as well. So I'll pull two blushes in this time. And then looking at highlighters, I think I'm just going to pull in the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit from Anastasia. That's what it looks like. I'm going to pull that in. I know it's discontinued, but I really like it. So, all right, so that's it for this drawer. All right, let's go over here. This is my lip gloss and liquid lipstick drawer. All right, it all looks like multi-hues of the same shade, doesn't it? Let's see, what do I want to try? I'm looking through my glosses right now, which is all along the front here. Okay, I think I might, it's got a little bit of shimmer. What is this one? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in this Anastasia lip gloss in the shade, looks like Kristen. So we'll go ahead and pull that in. And again, something I figured out is I pulled too many lip products. So I'm just gonna pull one liquid and then one of my bullet lipsticks. So let's see. What is that one? Actually, let's go ahead and pull this one. This is Anastasia as well. And this is the Naked Liquid Lipstick. I'm sorry, the liquid lipstick in the shade Naked. So we'll pull that one in. And then let's go down to the next drawer, which is my bullet lipsticks. And that is my empties box, by the way, in case you're wondering. I don't know that I have an Anastasia stick bullet lipstick, so I can't stick with that theme. But you know what I could do? I could pull from my Marc Jacobs crayons, which I really do like. This red shade is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna pull this whole kit in. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull that whole kit in. So probably too much lipstick, but that's fine. I'm gonna pull in this Buxom lip pencil in Cloak and Dagger, which is a red. And then let's go ahead and, I didn't use this the last time, but let's pull this in again. This is the Ulta Beauty in Bear. That might go really well with the liquid lipstick that I picked out. Okay, so that's my lipsticks. And then this is just another shadow drawer, which I'm not going to pull anything from here, so we're not going to worry about that drawer right now. And then the other drawers down here are backup makeup that I haven't even used yet. So let's go ahead over to my other eyeshadow drawer and pick something out of that one. So here is like my high-end shadows, and then I also have some NYX shadows down in here. If you guys see anything you want me to try, let me know. I'm filming on my phone again today because you guys seem to think it wasn't too bad. So I have this Lorac Shine Bright Pro eyeshadow palette that just came out in the holidays, but I'm not going to try that one. Actually, what I want to try this week is this Becca Volcano Goddess. I've seen some reviews for this that was not super great, so I'm going to pull this one in. But I did want to just give you guys a real quick look at my eyeshadows over here. I've got a bunch of, like, those are from Makeup Forever, and then so I have a couple of Marc Jacobs down there, some e.l.f. palettes down there. These are my Persona palettes, Dose of Colors. These are all my Viseart palettes. I have some Stila, some Kat Von D, and then over here I've got like Too Faced, and then Natasha Denona, some more Too Faced under here. My Anastasias are under here. Some Urban Decay. Yeah. So let me know if you guys would like to just see an eyeshadow collection, and I can go ahead and film that so then you guys know what eyeshadows I have in my collection right now. So let me know. Anyway, all right, y'all, here we have all of my setting sprays. So we'll go ahead and pick something out from over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull this out because I do use it pretty often, the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. I use that as a starter, so we're going to go ahead and pull that out. I've got a bunch of different items over here, if you guys can see. I think as far as setting sprays, you know what? I'm going to pull this out too. This is always sitting back here, and I never remember, and if you guys can see, it actually is shrunk. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm going to pull that in to try to use that, see if it works. And then I also have this one from Physicians Formula, which I have yet to try, which is a similar product. So I'm going to pull that in as well. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to pull in the Too Faced Hangover RX. I think I'm going to pull that in next too. All right, y'all, so this is what we ended up with. This is all the products in my makeup box or makeup bag, whatever you want to call it, this week. And I have my palettes over here, as well as my bronzer and my highlighter palette. And then all the rest of my products are in the box, along with my shot or project pan. So this is what I'm going to be using over the next couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next epic beauty fail. Bye.